Okay, so if anybody has a story, an anecdote, if you want to a vent about a challenge that didn't go well, I want to see. Let's see, we've got Dan here, and I'm going to see if I can get him on my screen here.
I ate my backup cotton candy.
All right.
Oh, that's good.
Can I get Dan?
Oh, I see what we're doing here.
There we go.
Ah, there we go. Good to see you, sir. Oh, we're getting unmuted here.
All right. Yeah, let's get you unmuted. Still shows muted. There you go.
There we go.
There we go.
Rock
hey,
on.
Dan, how's it going, buddy?
It is going well, and I can't thank you all enough. It was the spark of creativity that I so desperately needed. It's been such an awful time at work. Adultitis was reigning supreme, and along comes this, and I had so much fun. And I would actually be scheduling things. I'm like, honey, I'm going to be home late. I have to do this. I have to go put a sticker on my forehead because my buddy is working at the grocery store. So I know I can get this done. So and then I'm telling the buddy in the grocery store, I'm going to go put on this ghost outfit so that I can take the picture of me walking through the grocery store. So that was interesting too. But thank you. Just thank you. It was so much fun.
Awesome. Was there a particular challenge that you enjoyed the most, or that would be the most memorable?
I really enjoyed the wrestling one. That was a lot of fun. Just looking at the Hulk, or I'm old enough that I remember there was a wrestler named Baron von Raschke, and he had the claw. He was all about the claw. So I was going to do him, but I thought, no, I want the extra points for doing. So I had a great time. So.
Am I remembering correctly, Dan? Did you kiss your muscle? Did you kiss your arm?
I did. Well, and I actually there was one take where I actually ripped my shirt open, but it wasn't as good as the other ones. So
it's too bad you could just edit it all together in 30
right.
seconds, right?
So it's sad that I have to admit that I did several takes, but I did do several takes. I'm like, I'm gonna take the best one.
That's right. I can also concur that I did a few takes for mine. So thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
Yeah,
really appreciate your efforts in it. It was super, super, super good.
Enjoyed it a lot.
Okay, we've got Amy here. Amy, welcome. How are you tonight?
Hi, Amy.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm doing okay. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yep.
I had to log in on my phone because my computer decided to be adultitis ridden and just completely turn off. But so here's the deal. I was leaving a job and starting a new job during the course of the whole thing. And so it meant my time was a little bit weird. So I didn't get to submit as much as I'd like to. And then none of my videos submitted, which happens. Oh, no, this is my life. But I'm ridiculous. So I went to my friend's house and shared those videos with her and her kids. And now her 10-year-old and 7-year-old have the list, and we have Amy dates set up so that we can accomplish a lot of the stuff on the list. So it ended, and the videos they're just in hysterics about. So it ended up just spreading joy all over the place. So I was really excited to do that. And you've got to do this again next year.
Okay.
Or at some point.
Yeah, I think we will. And you know what? We're also gonna one of the things we're gonna do is we're gonna do a call out for suggestions for challenges. So put your thinking caps on, everyone. We'll do a call out to see if you got some good ideas for that. But it's so cool to hear that it is continuing on. I was kind of hoping for that, and that's part of the reason why we wanted to make the list that was downloadable, because the app will eventually go away, but the list is something that you can just do with friends. So
but
that's
I love
so cool.
your example of resilience, because you could have just been like, this isn't my time to do it, whatever. But like the fact that you brought the videos to your friends and now it's like a whole thing. Like, good for you, Amy. That's awesome. Yay.
And please share some of the good ones in the Escape Adulthood League too.
Yes.
We'd love to see them if you're able to upload those. So
right.
Thank you. All right, let's go to Martha and Rich. Oh, we've got you can just smush together like you like each other.
After all those challenges together, I mean,
I can't figure out where to go.
We had a great time. Thank you guys so much. Some of my favorites actually ended up in our outtakes reel. You know, like when I did an amazing video of a closed library, only to find out it was a picture and not a video. And so, you know, some of those.
I think the other thing was there were two challenges that I thought, oh, those are going to be really simple. The card house, 4-story card house. I couldn't get it done. Rich got it done. And the blowing the bubble. And I tried like 4 different, you know, I've got a whole package of bubble gum still here. And I finally found, for me, it was Big League Chew was the only one that worked, but just running into stuff like that was kind of fun, just silly.
Like you said earlier, Jason, I think some of the most fun for me was including friends and strangers. And so we had friends who would regularly check up with us and how's it going and what's next and how can we help? And the strangers one, Martha, are you going to tell the?
You're going to tell it. It's the karaoke.
Yeah. So we Googled where in Madison can you do karaoke, and you know, so we found a place, and we were doing it like 2 p.m, and it turned out to be a Chinese restaurant, and they have this whole main restaurant, and then 2 or 3 karaoke rooms, and we walked in, and the owners of the Chinese restaurant were Chinese and spoke no English. So we're walking in there and I'm going, karaoke, 30 seconds. We didn't
want to rent the room.
Because it was like $30 an hour. So I'm like, real short, just like little bit and karaoke. And they're like, we don't. So they called their kid on the phone. And so then we talk to their kid on the phone and say, we just want a karaoke room for like 30 seconds. And so then when they hand the phone back and the kid talks to the parents and the parents are like, oh, okay. And so they go in and they set up the karaoke room and turn on the lights and get the thing going. And there's the reverb. And, you know, I'm looking like, no, I'm not singing Shania Twain, but and then we do the ABCs and then go, and they're looking at us in the room and they're laughing. And so it was that kind of, you know, experience of just, you know, random people, different people, drawing them into all of it and letting them have a good time with it as well. So
many people remarked, this is so cool. You know, what is this group again? How are you doing this?
Yeah.
We did find out that somebody else used the same mattress salesman that we used.
And at a different store. So we're at the mattress firm on the West Beltline in Madison. And he said, somebody at the Middleton store asked me to do this. So I'm curious about it. I want to know if anybody I don't know who it was. But anyway, those kind of stories.
That's funny.
That is awesome.
Yeah, you guys did a great job with the different people. Tell me the story. Was there a story with the nurse, Rich? Did you know her? Were you going into the doctor? What was just random?
I was going in for like a blood draw or something like that.
Okay.
And so I just had him behind my back and said, how's your day going? And, you know, how are things? And she was sort of like, it's okay. And I said, well, I'd like to share these with, and she was super surprised and taken aback. And I think she was a little overwhelmed. Like she wasn't exuberant because it's just like, this never happens. This doesn't happen.
Yeah. And we had a similar thing at the we went to VFW to get the tanks a lot.
Oh yeah.
And then the patriotic pastry. And we walked in and there was like this group of veterans playing euchre.
Nice.
But we only had one muffin. We only had one cupcake.
We're like, sorry, next time we'll come back with a whole tray.
So we were talking enough. That's enough.
You can't like plan that, you know? Yeah.
That's good. Well, thank you guys for shenanigating with us, for being such great examples, and of course, being congratulations for being number 2. You were not that far behind.
No,
you guys
right there.
96.
Oh, well, and one thing I enjoyed, like I'd go to bed and then I'd wake up in the morning and I'd check the app and there's like, oh, there's 12 more from Martha and Rich, It was like, what'd you guys do yesterday?
Yeah, they were having fun.
Yeah. It does help to be retired. I will say there is an advantage there.
Yeah, well, we were kind of talking about that, and I think like there was a lot of must be nices involved, and whether you were married, single, had a family, didn't have a family, had a work crew, like it feels like people took advantage of the advantages that they had in a good way. Yeah. So thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Yep.
All right, Jessica Marie, I'd love to have you on. Were you able to have your camera on at all? And then of course we need to get you unmuted. There we go.
She is. Aww.
Let's see. And
muted.
Then just the mute.
Oh, we can't hear you. I don't know.
I think I keep asking, and then I think I do it wrong at the time she's asking. There we go.
Yay!
Man, I just wanted to tell Martha and Rich that I think we were at that same karaoke place, and we should totally go back together with those two. We should meet you there. All right. Oh, hey.
Hey, Aaron.
And I think the most fun thing was the penguin pancakes that he made for his birthday, the morning of his birthday.
Oh.
Everybody was like, we want to cook for you. We want to cook for you. And he was like, no, I need to make these.
I'm going to make penguin pancakes. And like, what's penguin pancakes? Like, you'll find out.
We're about to learn.
And it was like, yeah.
I especially also loved
a video forever ago about how to make like this like griddle pancake art. And then this challenge came up like, now I'm going to try to actually do that.
And there
on my
you go.
birthday, Noah.
Squeeze bottle and like food coloring and stuff. And
it's awesome.
I'm happy with how it turned out.
So yeah, was yours the one that had the like the dark blue food coloring like in it? Like how in the world did you do that? I was like, that was.
So I made a big batch of diluted pancake batter. And then I separated 2 smaller batches, dyed one blue, dyed one yellow. And then put them in little squeeze bottles, right?
Wow.
So then you kind of just like squeeze the drawing on the griddle for the different parts. And then I only had 2 squeeze bottles, so I needed to make white. So I just kind of filled in the rest of the pancake with white. After I kind of drew the little other parts.
It was spot on. And how many were no longer with us? Like they didn't like how many did you have to make before they actually
I made 6 and I took a picture of the 3 best ones.
Okay.
They steadily improved as I went.
I was gonna say I probably have 16 that didn't turn out. So and then I also loved
Arthur made one that was a very abstract design one. So that was cool. Watching him carve it down.
Oh, I bet they just loved with the squeeze bottles, just having fun with it, right?
Yeah.
I also loved your Nipkins one, Aaron. You're just so
I was
confident
like,
about it.
I'm gonna do it. But I sent him out because, well, we have an Albert, and he was so nervous. It was great. He was like the whole evening.
It does get in your head. You're like, well, how am I going to do this? Like,
Yeah, I think we actually have that in the compilation that's coming up. So we get to relive that one more time. So
that's awesome.
Thank you guys for playing along. It was fun. And again, you and I know Justina, who we mentioned earlier, both moms with real young babies, and just I don't know if it's a little bit of a personal sanity check for you guys to be able to do some of this stuff, but very impressive.
I wanted to be competitive and realize that there's. We just had to have fun.
Yeah. That was good for me to have to give up midway through, just to be like, oh, this was really fun, but we're doing like 20 other things this week. It was just the week was crazy already. Like I know a lot of people said, oh, she was changing jobs or like, just the timing.
Yep.
But yeah.
We had fun watching you guys.
Yep. Well done, guys. Thanks for coming on and sharing your stories.
Yes.
And well done.
Just think, they can never have normal pancakes now.
No, they're
Those
in
kids
trouble.
are like, damn.
Yeah, they've set the bar too high now. All right, Amy, you got the hat. You were
looks amazing.
Nailed it.
There she is.
You bet. I have so many fun stories. It's like, where do you start? First of all, I was at a conference out of town for like the first 4 days, and I was like, can I do any of these? And just kind of felt like I was behind from the beginning. And the first Saturday we had gotten home, and I slept in a little bit, and my husband made pancakes, and I woke up and could smell them, and I was like, what are you doing? I had that on the menu so that I could make penguin pancakes. So I had to make some more so that I could make a penguin. All those fun things, like, oh well, if I have to make more pancakes.
Worst thing in the world, right?
Right. The Nipkins, I didn't tell my husband what I was gonna do, and so we went through the drive-through, and he ordered, and then I kind of leaned over and I was videoing, and I said, and I asked for the Nipkins, and I had stopped the video, and he turned and he looked at me and he said, "What was that?"
That's even better.
I was no warning. It was great.
Oh.
And then the 99 red balloons and a baby. My grandson is not a tiny baby anymore, so I wasn't sure if you would count it, but it didn't matter because we had so much fun. We blew up 105 balloons so that if some of them popped, we'd still have enough. And, we put him in the bathroom, so that they were all kind of condensed, and he had so much fun. We played with them for an hour and a half.
Oh.
And we only stopped because we needed to eat supper and feed him before it was time for bed. And the next time he came over to our house, we popped them so that they weren't taking up space. The next time he came over to our house, there was a blue balloon he was playing with, and he looked up and he was saying blue balloon, and he looked up like he remembered red balloons, and he ran to the bathroom looking for them.
Aww.
It was so much fun.
Oh my God.
And then I have one more story. The yodeling I did at work in a hallway. We are moving to a new office in a couple of months. And so some of the people I knew that it was scheduled. They were going to be moving some equipment behind me, so they'd be in the video. And I did the yodeling in a hallway, and somebody else came out and said, "Oh, I so needed that." There was a coworker that I had been gone, so I didn't know her husband had passed away. And so that whole area of the office knew about it and have just been in tears for the week and sad for her. And they were just like, oh, that just totally made my day and the week. And we just all needed that little bit of lighthearted fun. And just so glad that I could share that. And all of the fun people that got to be part of it, that I've shared the shenanigans with, and have just commented to me what a fun thing it was to be part of, or just to hear about when I've shared pictures and videos. And thank you for all the fun and inspiring this in all of us.
Well, you are very welcome. Thank you for doing it. I mean, we can give you the ideas, but it's about doing it. It's about breaking out of the comfort zone. Again, talking about your grandson, like that was the other, just the families that got involved with, with teenagers, and how hard teenagers can be to get involved in anything. But there was a lot of teenagers that were involved and having fun. So
here's the image I have, Amy. Okay, so someday that picture, like that your grandson's gonna see that someday when he's like 30 or 40 years old. And who knows, you know, where you'll be, right? But there will be questions. He will have questions. And he'll start asking those questions like, why did you blow up so many balloons? And what was that about? So there's good stories.
His dad, he's my oldest son, and he is like a shenanigator himself. He needs no inspiration. So his life will be full of shenanigans, I'm sure. But we like took so many pictures and videos that those will be around for a long time.
That's awesome.
Good way to go for it.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Amy. Thank you to everyone